All right. Whew, I just farted and it reeks. Probably it's New Year's Day, so I was drinking last night, and drinking always affects the way out. We'll say. Um, so I man, this guy that pulled up next to me just absolutely shouting. Um, I'm hungry. It's New Year's Day. I'm a little hungover. What better way to solve a hangover than going out to breakfast? And that is there's not one. Who needs to hydrate when you got breakfast? So I thought this was a perfect time. I got the day off from work, so I figured this was a perfect time to come to Biscuits and Gravy in Clawson. It's a breakfast place. They serve biscuits and gravy, so I'll definitely check that out. I looked at their menu online, so I already know what I'm getting. I'll give you the breakdown when we're inside. But another episode, Eat the D. So I'm gonna try to cure my hangover a little bit, get some breakfast here at Biscuits and Gravy. I'm actually already here, so I'll get the shots of the restaurant, and then I'll head in and see what we think. So another episode, Eat the D. Let's get it. Okay, so I'm inside. I got biscuits and gravy. I got a crab cake, eggs Benedict, a huevos rancheros, shrimp and grits, and a Greek skillet. And some cheesy grits on the side too, which the waitress said he was all about above and beyond here. The service is top notch, so I'm really liking it. At top tier service. I had these people. I was on a little table, and there was these two ladies next to me, and they heard me order and that I'm like going to film it and everything. And they were like, "Holy crap, you're getting a lot of food." And I'm just like, "It's kind of my thing." Not all the time, but at certain places, yeah, I'll get a lot. But so they were getting ready to leave. I moved over to their table because they were just so kind. So sorry about the lighting there, but not much I can do about that. But yeah, we'll wait till the food comes. Okay, so let's start with this crab cake, eggs Benedict. Oh, let's start with these cheesy grits, actually. Why not? The cheese adds a lot of good flavor to the grits, especially with the. I'm excited to see that shrimp and grits now, even though I don't think that's going to be cheesy grits. But let's try these crab cakes. Well, actually, hold on. Okay, now let's try this crab cake.
So, my two favorite breakfasts are biscuits and gravy is number one, and then followed by eggs Benedict. And I love seeing crazy twists on stuff, hence why I got the crab cakes one. It really stuck out to me. And I love crab. But it's got this crab cake is so good. I could eat the crab cake on its own for breakfast and be just as satisfied. With the egg, the hollandaise sauce, the English muffin, English muffin. It all comes together to form such a unique flavor symphony. It's as if Captain Sandy from below deck Mediterranean took me out on a boat into the sea, and that's what it tastes like. It's such a, wow, it's so good. This might be like the best eggs Benedict I've ever had. I'm gonna polish this one off here, and then we'll move on to something else. Let's move on to the shrimp and the grits. Now I love me some shrimp and grits. One of the best meals I ever had was when I was in Florida for spring break, and me and my friends found this kind of random ass bar and just went into it to eat. And they had shrimp and grits on the menu, and I got it. And it was so good. One of my favorite meals I've ever had. Let's down the hatch. Yeah. Shrimp and grits is good. I wouldn't put it on the same level as the one I had in Florida by any means, but it's a very good shrimp and grits. The grits here are great. They're a great texture, which honestly, the best way I can describe a good grits texture is eating wet dirt. I know that sounds bad, but that's just honestly the texture of it. It's like soupy, it's a little wet, and it's real grainy, which I like that. Maybe I should eat some dirt next time it rains. But the shrimp's great. It packs a little bit of heat, a little spicy. There's what looks like bacon in here. It looks like maybe some very thick cut bacon chunks. Those are pretty good. Oh no, this is a solid shrimp. It's not as good as the crab cakes Benedict by any means. Well, I don't even say by any means. It's not as good as crab cakes Benedict. Yeah, this shit's crazy. But this is quite delicious as well. Alright. Let's move on to the huevos rancheros, which I don't think I've ever had. But we all gotta try something, don't we?
Why do you keep calling that hard? What's wrong
Okay. Huevos rancheros. Like I said, I don't think I've ever had huevos rancheros before, and I don't think I'd order it again. I have to assume this is a good one based on the other stuff I've had, but I just don't really think it's my thing. It's honestly, if you love Mexican food and you wish you could eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I can see why they have this for you. To me, it's just a little difficult to eat with the fried tortillas getting in the way. It's just very crumbly, very crummy. It's hard to get on the fork. It tastes fine. It just tastes like, I don't know, generic Mexican food, I guess, which by no means is a bad thing. But it's just not my cup of tea. I still like it. I'll still take it home, eat the leftovers happily. But if I came here again, I would not order this again. But I bet if you do like huevos rancheros, I have to assume this is a good one based on this other stuff I'm having. But let's try the namesake now and move on to the biscuits and gravy. So typically it's not served like this. You get it, looks like, in a skillet, and then you can just dig in there. And the gravy's already on. But technically I got a side of a biscuit and a side of gravy because one of these things came with a biscuit, and it was cheaper to just get a side of gravy and combine it myself. So I will do just that, and then I will report. Oh my god! But as I said, I am getting incredibly full. So in terms of a biscuit, definitely the best biscuit I've ever had in Biscuits and Gravy. Kind of not even close. It's pretty phenomenal. It's so fluffy and airy while still being kind of dense to chew. It does a good job of supporting all the gravy. It's not crushed. It's not turning into soup or anything. It's a very good biscuit, nice and salty too. The gravy, I have had better sausage gravy. I think this stuff's a little too peppery for me. By no means is it bad. I can chow down on this biscuits and gravy all day long. But it's just not the best gravy. It's still very good. It's like a solid 8 out of 10 gravy, if I'm being honest. Just a little too peppery for me. I still don't know if it's. I don't think it's as good as Yellow Lights, if I remember correctly. Like the description for that one. I think Yellow Light had like a better overall package, but the biscuit alone on here is phenomenal. It's already butter on the inside, we'll add extra butter. Okay, so we're gonna try the toast. I have to assume the toast is fine because it's kind of hard to fuck toast up. It's already buttered underneath, unbeknownst to me, so I double buttered it. But if anything, that should help the toast down the hatch. Yep, it's toast. Yep, I mean toast is fine. What can you say about toast? It's good toast. Now. Last but not least, we have this Greek skillet. And I got some tzatziki sauce. I don't want to use all this, I just want like a tiny little bit of it. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to eat all this. The Greek skillet. Thank you so much. My waitress is the ultimate MVP of everything. I don't care what anyone says. Hold on, they can't hear you. Speaking of that.
Hi to whoever sees this.
You want to plug anything?
Plug anything.
Like, your Instagram?
No, there's nothing much interesting on there. I only have like 3 pictures. Anyways, thank you.
There you go, thanks. She's the absolute goat. Alright, there we go. So, one of my favorite sandwiches in the world is the gyro. I absolutely love me a good gyro. Between the lamb and the tzatziki sauce and feta cheese, it's like 3 of my favorite things. So when you put that all in a skillet pot, you put some taters and some tomato, and I think there's some spinach in here too. It's all going to mix well, obviously. I'm a big fan of this. The gyro meat especially comes through extra pertinent, which you can tell because that lamb tastes like nothing else. It's some of the most unique tasting meat you can get. And if you like gyros, you'll like this skillet. The tzatziki sauce comes through well. I like the potatoes. Potatoes are cooked great. All in all, this is fantastic. So yeah, based on everything I've had, I have to assume the huevos rancheros. It's a good huevos rancheros. It's just not for me. But my favorite thing is what we started out with is that fucking crab cake Benedict. That shit is heavenly. But that's all I got. What do we think of Biscuits and Gravy in Clawson? Come out, check it out. Tell Milkman sent you. A pretty popular guy here, apparently. What else do we got? Yeah, check it out. Get the crab cakes. I got lots more on the menu I didn't get, obviously. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but there is more on the menu. But I highly recommend you check it out. Come to Clawson. Tell them Milkman sent you. Odds are you'll like it. They got something on the menu for everyone. They do lunch too, which the 2 ladies before I took over the table, said the lunch here is great. So check it out. Come here, get some lunch, get some breakfast, fill the belly up, and carry on. You'll probably be seeing this 3rd or 4th week of January. So, but for me, it's New Year's Day. So, hope everyone has a happy New Year. We're starting it off. I'm starting it off with flying colors here on Milkman Channel. Thank you so much. We're starting it off here with flying colors at Milkman Channel. And I hope all you do as well. But that's all I got today. Biscuits and Gravy in Clawson. Absolute fucking heater of an establishment. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and attention. Don't forget to subscribe for all your food and gaming needs. Lastly, let's talk in the comments. What's your favorite breakfast place, breakfast item, or anything else on your mind? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. And as always, that's all I got. I'll see you in the next one.
I know I'm moving through life like it's a runway. I'ma live life in style and paint this life like a masterpiece. There's no bringing us down, and we don't know what tomorrow holds, so we gon' live right now. All we know when we pull up, God, I'm saying this. Oh,